I don't know if anybody's spoken to you about this, like in an interview, like at least out here so far. But Pokemon Go, man, I see you said you about to quit.
Yeah, I mean,
You're done.
I really ain't played since I've been here, so that feels like a step in the right direction. There was this one medal that I was grinding forever. It's basically like they introduced this feature in the game where you could feed your buddy, and like then your buddy follows you around on the map. And like if you feed your buddy enough times, if you interact with your buddy enough times, then it gets to the level of being your best friend. And there's a medal in the game that says how many best friends you've got, and it was 200. It took me like 3 years of feeding 20 buddies a day. My girl was so fucking annoyed at points. She's just like, why can't you just watch this TV show and not be flicking berries at these guys or whatever? And I just kept going, because once I started that, I just wanted to finish it. And I just finished it. So I really don't, I mean, that was like the only reason I still had to spin Pokestops and shit. So now I feel like it might actually really be over.
Kicking the Pokemon Go addiction.
I mean, why did I do this for 6 years? Like when I think about where I was at 6 years ago, like I just had a lot less going on. It was a lot.
It was at the store with those interviews.
It was the beginning of the interview thing, but I remember like the day I interviewed DJ Paul, I was like really nervous, really like wanting to fucking consume as much old 3-6 content as possible so that I wouldn't end up in a conversation about a song and seem like I was out of my depths. You know, I wanted to show my proper level of respect, which to be honest, now I don't like sweat that shit the same way, because I don't think DJ Paul expects me to fucking remember anything about like any 20-year-old albums or whatever. Like rap fans, I think, tend to like think that rappers are nerdier about their music than they are. You know, whereas a lot of rappers like get in the studio, make a song, and then they just move past it, and they don't give it some level of like deep thought. Whereas a lot of rap fans are like really trying to pick apart the lyrics, you know. But anyway, I was getting ready for that interview, and I should have just sat at home. And instead, I went to the Santa Monica Pier and played Pokemon Go for 8 hours with my headphones in, listening to DJ Paul and like old interviews and stuff. And then like, you know, I'm like physically exhausted by the time I get in to do the interview, but I like had to do it. I was so into Pokemon Go at the time. And that is a really sad story in retrospect. Like, what the fuck was I doing?